Hello and welcome to Bay of Funny Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. Excuse me. I'm here this evening to do the general weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of September the 10th through to the 16th. That's Sunday to Saturday. And let's get right into the shuffle. This is a general reading that may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. Please check out your rising sign and your moon sign, because this is for sun sign. Sagittarius. What's up for Sagittarius? Love, health, wealth for the week of September 10th through to the 16th. What can Sagittarius anticipates coming at them for the week? Full moon tonight. These readings are being done on the full moon. Right there. All right. Let's get into it. First card to cover the first part of your week. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. Should do readings on the full moon more often. It's been a good night. Oh my gosh. Twice in one night. The Wheel of Fortune. Destiny. Amazing. And the Tower again. Destruction. Big changes on the front here, guys. Big changes. To start your week off, the Ace of Pentacles is prosperity. So, it goes without saying that this is the card, this is the big card of money and creativity right here. New beginnings and creative pursuits. New money coming in. Unexpected for some, long expected for others. It depends on what side of the coin you're on. No pun intended there. But money's coming your way. That's the first thing that this card brings forth for you. And some of you, as I said, it could be unexpected. It could be a reward or a gift. Or an opportunity even to generate more income. Somebody could be offered a new job, a new placement, a transfer, and something brand new, entirely a new avenue. In relationships, there's stability right now. Some of you may be moving to a new home as well, investing in some property. This could be your life savings that you're dumping into this. Not dumping in, but putting into this. A brand new property, brand new home, building from the ground up, breaking ground, this kind of a thing. The Ace reveals a very happy, very stable time. All corners of your life, pretty much, for you, Sagittarius. By perfect measure. By perfect measure. Everybody has their measurement in the yardstick that they measure things by to reach perfection or something good. And that's what's going on. For some of you, I'm hearing this has never happened before. This is a first. And this is something wonderful. It's something good, and it's a first. It's gone. Just like that. The advice of this card is to maximize all your good fortune right now. Wring every opportunity that you can out of anything good that's going on for you right now. And make your money work for you at this time. Again, with the investments, your money will work for you. You'll make money while you'll sleep. Not you busting your butt to make that money. Right now, for some of you as well, it's time to sit down and make some very, very, very solid, serious financial decisions about your future. I just heard somebody's having health concerns, and that's where their headspace is right now. Somebody's been diagnosed with something, and the long-term prognosis will show, if it comes to unfold that way for you, and what you've been told is that the time will come where you're going to need some financial stability in your life. This will affect your work life. You'll have to find something else that you're capable of doing. Something less demanding that might turn out to be a passion that you can evolve with as well. But you need to sit down and look at it in a very serious way, because that's what I'm getting. This is serious. Is sit down and look at your financial future at this time. Now's the time to do it. No matter what your age is, now's the time to do it. That's what I'm getting. You have to make the most of what you've got to work with. I'm hearing that as well. The keywords are beginnings and finances, new journeys, a success, property coming to the forefront. If somebody's buying something they've never had before, doesn't necessarily even mean a piece of property, as in terra firma. Doesn't mean that necessarily at 100% at all. This is something you've never gone out and bought on your own before. Could be a new vehicle for somebody, or maybe somebody is buying a new home, or something along those lines. Or maybe you bought a plot of land for down the road that you have dreams of building on, but now that you've got the land, you've got something to start with, and something you worked hard and you've saved a long time for this. This card revolves around, is what I'm feeling tonight for you, is that it revolves around a sense of security, but not just a sense of it, actually implementing things to secure your future. That's what I'm getting. This isn't thought. This isn't all talk. This is taking an active. This is moving forward and implementing something tangible. These aren't pipe dreams. That's what I'm getting here, and it's all good. It's all for your future. It's all for your financial security, is what I'm getting off that card. Some of you are dealing with that the first few days of the week. Sunday starts on Sunday. The Wheel of Fortune is the middle of your week, the Wheel of Fortune, and it brings about the subject of destiny. And this is the third time this has shown up today. Such a strange, strange thing. Or the subject of destiny has come up, but this card has come up twice already. This card, when it shows up, usually brings a boost to your life. There's a support system going on, whether you realize it or not. That is your destiny. That is karma. That is the universe as well. They all go hand in hand, and they work together to have events unfold the way they do. But right now you have the support of the universe. Allow fate to come in and take you to your destined life is the advice of this card. It's right off the card. Optimism and good luck. Opportunities are going to be created through great decisions that you'll be making, turning everything into great changes as well, all for the good. Clairvoyance is heightened at this time. Listen to your gut. When your gut tells you to turn one way, turn that way. Don't question it, just do it. For some, that intuition is stronger than others, but clairvoyance with this card comes forward as well, and you're being nudged and you're being pushed in the best way for you. Of course, I always see the subject comes up, and I don't know, there could be a lot of, this could be a meaty discussion if we were sitting around a table on what is destiny and what's the impact and the influence destiny has on us. Do we have any say in our own free will? I do believe that we do. Or is, when we make a decision, was that destined as well, even if we think it is free will? We never really know, do we? We never have the answer to that. That's something that's concrete. But you're being told to pay attention to your instincts and your gut instincts right now. The advice is the wheel is more about doing as it is receiving. Enjoy feeling grateful for the good fortune that is coming your way. And if you don't quite know which way to go, you can sit back and wait to see what manifests and what's unfolding, and then go with the flow. Just get on the ride, go for the ride. Just go, and see where it takes you and where it leads you. You know what? There's something else again. If that's destiny taking you, you still have more than one choice when you get to where you're going, or you can stop and get off at any time and say, "This looks fine to me." It's all a metaphor, of course. Your keywords are fate and luck, the unexpected, movement, change, crossroads, clairvoyance. Big changes was what I felt coming off this card here for you tonight. Is big changes. Most definitely. It's a beautiful card to have. The best of intentions is what I'm hearing are going to be brought to some of you. This is a general reading. Please remember this. This is all good. These two cards together, they're just too good together to not share one more time. Take a look at them. They're just fantastic. Your last card. Of course, we always have to have something come along to keep it real, right? The Tower. And in this deck, it is the boat. It is a ship caught in the perfect storm. And it's in distress. And maybe its days are numbered. This is all a metaphor. It doesn't mean your life is numbered. Your days of your life are numbered. It's nothing like that. Don't think that. A lot of good usually comes out of this card when it shows up. It's not all bad. Some things need to come to an end. They just have to. It's just the way things play out. If you want something good to come into your life, usually something else has to be removed. It's done its job. It's worn its welcome out. It's time to remove it. Well, sometimes we hold on to things in our life and we keep things close to us, even after it's served its purpose. That's what's going on here. And sometimes it's us that's holding on. It's wanted to go a long time ago because it knows it served its purpose. Certain energies come in. Things are at play. People come into play. And sometimes people, they serve a purpose and then they're gone. And sometimes that happens. Some of you, and this is a general reading, please remember that, but this card focuses on and acknowledges that somebody feels like their world is falling apart, that they have no control of what's going on. They don't know why it's going on. It's just that the ground doesn't feel stable beneath their feet right now. They feel unsteady. They don't know. They feel like they could fall at the least little nudge, and they don't know which direction they're going to fall or where they're going to land. That's not a good feeling at all. What you need to do, I say this a lot, expect the worst. So when the bad does happen, if something bad comes, it doesn't seem as bad as what is your worst? What is your worst? It's not the same for everybody. It is not the same for everybody. But you have to ask yourself, what is your worst fear? And some of you, if you get overwhelmed and you feel things are out of control and you're getting afraid or you're getting nervous or you just want to pull a blanket up over your head and never get out of bed again, if you're that overwhelmed, then it's time for you to make the conscious thought and the conscious intention and put that out to the universe to take it. I'm putting it in your hands. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting this in your hands because I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to handle this or walk through this. If you have the luxury of time, then you need to wait and see, again, what's going to manifest for you. And then go with that. Sometimes our fear is greater than our reality. And I'm getting that feeling here as well. Your fear is making things much worse than they really need to be, though they feel worse. We really don't know how anything's going to go until it begins to unfold. That's the reality of a now and living in the now sometimes. But some of you are just feeling challenged when it comes to possessions, your job, your sense of security. You're wondering how stable are my relationships. You're looking at the bigger picture and getting really overwhelmed. You need to just pull that back a little bit because that's not serving you anything positive. We can all think the worst at any time. We can do this what if until the cows come home, as they say. And the what ifs out there can stifle us, can shorten our breath, can shorten our heartbeat, shorten our lives. It's not a good place to be. You need to stay in the now. You need to stay grounded. You need to deal with one little thing at a time, no matter what it is that you're going through right now. Easier for someone like me that doesn't know you that this applies to. Easy for me to say. But sometimes things get so big, and I've been there. I've been overwhelmed to the point it hurt to breathe. And realized and told myself I got to get a grip and deal with one little problem at a time. Because that's all I can have. I can only formulate one thought at a time. Therefore, I can only deal with one thing at a time. So then you don't get overwhelmed and you say, okay, I got through the last 3 things. Now maybe I can do this next one. Life can be scary at times. There's no doubt about it. Especially if our security is being threatened or we feel that it is. But you know what? You've got these 2 fantastic cards, all right? And there's stuff going on here that's absolutely amazing for you. This outweighs this. It really does. The good always outweighs the bad. It always, especially when you got 2 against 1. This is, I'm feeling for, see, this is for somebody else entirely. The majority fell underneath the prosperity card and the destiny card, all right? For those of you this applies to and resonates with, it fell for you. But there's always that 2% of the population that's going through something else entirely different. That's just life. It's the balance of life. It's the way it works. Unfortunately, for some of you, this is your turn. This is your time. With this comes a lot of growth and a lot of lessons learned again as well. Because some of you are feeling a threat to your security, and maybe now's the time to sit down again and make some serious plans. That's being reinforced. It's time for you. That's going to give you peace of mind. If you get these things taken care of, that'll give you the peace of mind that it is that you're searching for right now. Sagittarius, we all need that too. Yeah, the advice of the cards is you need to surrender everything up to the universe and give up control if you're feeling overwhelmed like that. It's just not a good place to be. Some of you are going to be given the freedom to rebuild something. If something has crumbled upon you, a relationship breakup, a job ending, a career change, job change, anything along those lines. You'll be able to rebuild it. You're very lucky. And because you've learned lessons and you're a lot wiser now, there's going to be more solidity in your life because of that. I just feel like somebody's going through a really bad time right now. And it's serious. That's what I'm feeling for somebody. I'm feeling that for one person. There may be more than one, but I'm really feeling this for one. This is a card of enlightenment and new beginnings. Breakthroughs as well. Self-discovery. Knowing yourself on a deeper level. That's huge with this card. This was not a bad reading. This is a wake-up call for somebody out there. And Tarot is acknowledging it, and Spirit is acknowledging it as well. But this was a good reading. It wasn't bad at all. These two cards here, they really soften the edges of this one, all right? These give you hope. These give you a reason for being and getting up in the morning. There's always hope. If you just lay down and say, I'm not going to do anything, guess what? Not much is going to happen. Not much is going to change. Because there are opportunities coming your way, and they're being laid out in front of you. It's up to you. All destiny can do is open the door and say, walk through here. And if you don't want to walk through, again, we're coming down to that. How much free will do we have? I think we have more than we realize. But I also think, too, destiny can get in your face with things that can really... Destiny's awesome. Because it really can get in your face. And it can set off alarms. It can... all I'm hearing is get in your face. The shock value. Things can happen. I'm thinking of my own personal experiences, and I still shake my head. And I say, this just can't be real. This can't be real. That can't be real. That didn't happen. What the hell's going on here? And you know you have moments when some things come into play, and you know they were meant to be. They were absolutely, I've got stories and people, that's the first thing they said, this is destiny. It has to be. There's no explanation for that. That's not coincidence. Some things are not coincidence. Anyway, my brain's just racing here. We are a full moon, and people have been acting really, really weird. I had my freak last night, but today I've been always all right. But everybody else around me, I don't know. This full moon seems to be affecting. We thought that the last full moon, the eclipse, was really going to have a big effect. Maybe we're feeling the fallout of that now. I don't know, but we're in a new full moon tonight, and there's a lot of weirdness going on. It's time I like to hide. I just like to pull the shades of life. Nobody's getting in. That kind of a thing. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. I hope it helped you. I hope it, for those of you going through the really hard time, you're going to come out okay the other end. You always do. You're survivors. You're like a cat. You always land on your feet. So remember that. Thank you to all subscribers right across the board. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. And in the tarot community, the readings are free, these general readings. But if you'd like something specific just for you, go down below in the show more section. read through there once, grab my email, send it off, and I'll get you taken care of as soon as I can. Also, thank you to all subscribers that are joining the a Facebook group, Bay of Funny Fortunes, as well, a closed group, a private group, a united group, like-minded group. You can leave anytime you like, just like here. Nobody's holding you there. It's a great place to be. You're all welcome. Privacy is utmost in there as well. Also, let me see here. You can not only find Bay of Funny Fortunes right here on YouTube or in Facebook, Blogspot, Twitter, and Google as well. If you can't connect to one or the other, there's always the other. So that's about it for me right now. If you're looking for me, you can find me right here in Bay of Funny Fortunes or walking on my beach down below along the water's edge that hold the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet, the beautiful and bountiful Bay of Fundy. And also, while I mention that, this video and all the readings this week are dedicated to the Atlantic right whales that feed and breed in our Bay of Fundy every year. They are an endangered species, and they've taken a very hard hit with 12 taken so far this summer alone. So thoughts, energies, love go out to the right whale. We need them within our ecosystem. Anyway, that's where you can always find me. I'm always keeping one eye on the tide because I'm a high tide junkie. Therefore, Sagittarius, you can always catch me waiting on the next high tide. Have a great week. Thank you for stopping by. Good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.